Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Define Divinity channel. Well, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Today we're going to be talking about Mercury retrograde. Now, a lot of you who are new to my channel, this is a new experience for you. And you're going to learn a lot. You're definitely going to learn a lot about astrology when you're on my channel. Especially, you're going to learn numerology and you're also going to learn spirituality. So the thing I want to introduce you today, guys, I hope you guys did what I told you to do and get a white candle because that's what you're going to need. You're going to need a white candle and you're going to need olive oil. Now, it's okay if you don't have these things. Sometimes I use grapeseed oil, which is way better. It's more expensive. But if you don't use olive oil, don't use any other oil but those two that I just mentioned. Okay. So we're going to use those. Another thing, if you guys don't have um, a candle or if you don't have oil, there's also things that you can use. And if you have stones, stones is great for Mercury retrograde, like amethyst. Amethyst is a great one. It's a purple stone. Amethyst is real great for um, Mercury retrograde. And solanite. Solanite is also good, which this is a very expensive stone. So if you don't have it, it's okay. I'm going to teach you these things. Okay. So let's get into what Mercury retrograde is about. Okay. Those of you who are new to my channel, please like, share, and subscribe. Click the bell for all notifications. So, Mercury retrograde. Now, it's crazy. If you guys see my last video, I think I mentioned in the video about Michael Jackson. And I was like, why am I getting Michael Jackson? Why am I getting Michael Jackson? And I remember looking it up and I was like, what that got to do with what we were talking about yesterday? Well, I understand what Spirit was telling me. We were in the shadow side of Mercury retrograde because Mercury retrograde was yesterday, right? I mean, no, it's today. It's starting tonight. The shadow was yesterday. So if you guys felt like a weird sensation all day today and a little bit of yesterday, that's because you were in the shadow side of Mercury retrograde, which it kind of makes you feel like not yourself. You kind of felt like drowsy, a little bit sleepy, something just, you kind of felt like you were moving slow. Well, that's what Mercury retrograde does. Mercury retrograde, it starts October the 9th. I'm sorry, September the 9th, and it ends October the 2nd. So it's going to be around that range frame. So what Mercury retrograde is, it's where time goes slow in reverse. So when I brought up Michael Jackson earlier, I was talking about, you know how Michael Jackson does the moonwalk, but he goes backwards, right? He goes backwards. That's what Mercury retrograde is. It's like you're moving through time slowly, but you don't know it because how the Mercury, the planets are, it's actually moving backwards. This is Earth. It's moving, instead of moving this way, it's moving backwards, right? And it feels weird. You're going to start feeling it like this whole month, you're going to start feeling some off the wall type of energy that you can't even explain. So, with Mercury retrograde, my suggestion to you all is to one, be responsible. When I say be responsible, you're going to have to be responsible for your car. You're going to have to be responsible for your cell phone. You're going to have to be responsible for your job. Now, what Mercury retrograde affects, it affects mechanical devices. So if you have a cell phone and if you're moving too fast, because that's what we normally do, right? We normally move fast. What Mercury retrograde might do to you, if you're not being aware, you might be walking and, oh shoot, you be rushing and your phone falls and it breaks. And you like, I just bought this phone. That's Mercury retrograde. If you're driving on the road and your oil light comes on, and you notice that, oh, I'll fix it tomorrow, I don't got no problems, And next thing you know, your car slows down and it stops on the bridge out of nowhere. That's Mercury retrograde. There was a time when I remember a friend of mine needed to get picked up from work, and I was sleeping, and I'm real quick to get dressed and get in the car, right? So one time, a friend of mine said, "Hey, can you go pick me up? I'm at work." I was like, "Sure." So I was rushing. I just put on my sandals, my shirt, and just start rushing. And I didn't know, completely forgot my back tail light needed to be fixed. So I'm driving on the road, and next thing you know, a cop pulls me over. Damn, that's Mercury retrograde. Because I knew it needed to be fixed, and I didn't fix it. But look what happens because my mind wasn't thinking clearly. Mercury retrograde is the year of the it's a time of the unexpected. It's when unexpected events occur or happen. Don't move too fast. Don't argue with nobody at work, because when you argue with somebody at work, what happens is they might be like, "Why are you late?" And you go, "What do you mean why I was late?" The reason I was late, not knowing what they went through during their Mercury retrograde, it might set them off and it might backfire on you and you lost your job. That's Mercury retrograde. Contracts. Don't sign any contracts during Mercury retrograde. If you're trying to get a new car, if you're trying to get a new house, don't sign no contract unless you reread the contract. So that means if you read the contract, stop, take a second, breathe, and go back and reread it again. Because sometimes the world around you is moving at a awkward, weird place that when you go and sign that contract, you're going to end up finding out that you didn't read the fine print, and you end up finding out there's other issues going on with the vehicle. You sign as is, and there's a lot of things that are happening. That's Mercury retrograde. So remember, review, relook, reanalyze. Safety first. You might be in the car. You might be getting ready to go somewhere, and let's say, like today, what happened to me? A mosquito came in my car. Mosquito came flying by, and I closed the door. I was moving so fast that the mosquito was in my car, and I'm like, crap. So what I had to do, I had to stop the car, safety first, turn off the ignition, look at the mosquito, analyze it, raise down my window, and let the mosquito go. Raise the window back up and lock the door. Mercury retrograde. So that's pretty much all you got to know when it comes to Mercury retrograde. Oh, also, I think I skipped communication. Communication is very necessary in Mercury retrograde because there's a lot of people who cannot read your mind, don't care to read your mind during Mercury retrograde. So you might be somewhere and they might like, why Jesse didn't call? And I don't know. You don't call. Next thing you know, y'all arguing. What you mean? I was at home. What are you talking about? No, you should have called me. You should have been. Look at time minutes. You should have been called me. That's Mercury retrograde. Okay. So it's all about being responsible, pretty much, is in Mercury retrograde. And it's when time goes slow. So you're going to really feel it in the atmosphere from today moving on. Now, there's a full moon out tonight. Well, they call it the harvest moon. So the harvest moon is out tonight. And during the harvest moon, what I always let people do is light a candle. Now, things that you should also know is things to put in your candle. And how to put in your candle. So when you use the oil, you're only going to put a tad bit. Okay, I'm just going to give you a demonstration on how to do it. Remember, I'm taking my time because it could spill. Take your time. And just put a little bit in here. Just a little bit, not a lot. That's it. Just one drop. That's all you need. So I have my candle. Cinnamon. Cinnamon is one of my favorite things to put in a candle. Um, See, I'm never prepared. You see, that's Mercury retrograde. So when it comes to cinnamon, cinnamon brings success, healing, protection, power, love, luck, strength, and prosperity. So this is a good thing you want to put in your candle magic, right? So I'm just going to start right now. I'm just getting mine ready. So just put a little bit. Or you could put it, always put, no, I'm teaching y'all wrong. Let me teach you right. Got it, spirit. Put a little in your hand. Not much, but put it kind of like that, right? Let's put it like that. Another thing I use basil. Basil is another thing I put in my candles. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all got some of this stuff at home, so don't go crazy. If you don't have, if one of these items are missing, it's okay. It's okay. Do the best you can with the tools you have. Remember, you're learning how to grow spiritual, so it's not like you failed the test or anything. So basil is basically a holy plant, right? It's a holy plant. Basil is comes from the fire element, right? And what basil does, I'm going to tell you what basil does. Basil basically protects against and removes negative energy. So you definitely want this. It brings attractive, purifying, protective. It banishes dream works, spiritual work, astral projection. Oh no, I'm sorry. It helps. This helps by attracting, purifying, protective, banishing. It helps with dream work, your sixth sense, time traveling, astral projection, career, clarity, comfort, luck, loyalty, love, life, wealth, success, travel. So this has also some good things. So I'm going to put some basil here too. Remember, always put it in your left hand. Don't put it in your right hand, put it in your left hand. Next, what I'm going to use, this is my favorite. I love to use bay leaf. I love bay leaves. For some reason, I think this is a powerful thing. I have this connection with bay leaf. Bay leaf is also a good herb you want to use. What bay leaf does, it cleanses the energy, space. It banishes negativity, communication, your good wishes to the gods, and things like that. Now I know a lot of y'all be like, "What are you doing? Witchcraft or what? What you doing?" It feels like that, but this is the stuff that they don't teach you, that they try to hide from you. But trust me, it's powerful. It's definitely powerful, and I recommend everybody do it. I'm just gonna put that one in there because I don't want to use the big one. Because you don't want to put one thing you don't want to do when you do candle magic. Don't put too big of a thing in this candle because you don't want it to overshadow the fire, right? You want it to be at a bare minimum. This also gives you high vibration. It's something that you also need. Now, sometimes if you want to spice it up, I use Kanye to spice up your life. Now, Kanye is good for doing like love. If you want to do something dealing with love, attraction, you want somebody with some spice, then you put some Kanye in there. But I recommend it for love if you're trying to find love. But I've never done Kanye on something like this. I probably won't even use it. I just want to see what the spiritual meaning is for it. But if it's good, I'm definitely going to use it. So this helps with body intimate abilities and heal itself. Boost metabolism. This is great. This is what we want to use. Okay, it says boost metabolism. So we're going to use that too. Okay, now usually I use sugar too. Sugar is great too, but I don't have any sugar because I've been trying to stay away from sugar for a while. So since I have a spoon, I have everything in my hand. I'm going to close it, have the left hand over this hand, and I'm just going to meditate and pray. Breathe in with my nose, out with my mouth. Do it at least 10 times. So you get the picture, right? So after you do it 10 times, you're going to place it in. All right? So place it in there till, it looks like that. Right? Oh, making me want to sneeze. Okay. So now that you have that, I'm going to set this to, you're going to get you some parchwood paper like this. And what you're going to do is I have a link down below that you're going to click on where I did candle magic. I also show you how to do this. I have some of this stuff too. And you're just going to basically mimic what I do and what I write on the piece of paper. So, and then once you're done, you're going to place it somewhere safe in the room or sometimes by a window without burning up the house. Y'all don't burn up the house. I'm not trying to make y'all burn up the place. And you're going to put the paper, you're going to write a letter to God, put it here on the things you want in your life and the things you don't want in your life. You're going to place that on the paper. Write that on there, like pretty much write a letter to God. And then you're going to place this on here, like the candle. And there you have it. That's candle magic for Mercury Retrograde. Okay. Now remember, if you don't have stones, if you don't have these items with the candle and the basil and all that, use your stones. This is great for candle magic as well. Also, rose quartz, the one that I'm wearing on my neck, rose quartz is actually a good stone as well. Now, sometimes it comes in the form of pink, or sometimes it kind of looks whitish, but that's what you want, right? You want rose quartz. So that's another stone you want to invest in. And I wear this all the time because it always brings me good luck. It brings me peaceful energy. It's a great stone. It's this one you want to keep. Now, so there you have it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Let me know how you feel down in the description box. If you have any questions for me, please let me know. I will try to get this video out by today. Okay? So go ahead and try, get started right now. Get started. Oh, and the stone thing. Whenever you're dealing with stones, it's the same thing what you do with the herbs. You put it in your hand, close your hand, left hand over the right, and you breathe in and exhale with your mouth. Breathe with your nose. Exhale with your mouth. slowly 10 times, and you will have a connection with, your stone. So go ahead and do that, guys. Okay, so I love you all. Remember, please like, share, and subscribe. Click the bell for all notifications. I will see you all soon, and good luck. Be safe out there, y'all, during Mercury retrograde. Peace, love. Later.